Welcome to the Fantasy Professionals. I'm your host, Cody Askins, sitting here with my co-host, Dallas Keithley of Secure Insurance Group. Welcome to the show, Dallas.
Thank you very much, Cody. I am excited. I couldn't be any happier. It's Friday. We're talking fantasy football.
It doesn't get any better than this.
It does not. It does not. We are, and you know what? I did some research this week, since the show last week.
As you always do.
As I always do. And I looked it up. We are 1 week closer to football.
Well, you know what? And people are actually starting to do some fantasy football drafts at this point. I mean,
They are.
I'm hearing of some fantasy football drafts actually happening. We're getting really close to this whole thing kicking off, and we're getting super excited for NFL season.
It is coming, whether you like it or not. If you don't, then, you need to correct yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, as people of my generation would say. We are happy. It was a big week in sports. Finally, the Jets. All those Jets fans out there can get ready for another mediocre season as Mr. Fitzpatrick.
And their mediocre season, Dallas, starts in 41 days.
4
hours, 26 minutes, and 57 seconds and counting, baby. We are getting close.
That's right. Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm hoping he stayed in game shape because he only has 41 days left.
He's old and
he's not as old.
Quarterback, and
he's not as old as it used to be. It's that used to be old.
Yeah.
But
he's an old quarterback at least.
Yeah, and I found it interesting. I was reading an article here by Dan Wilkins. Fitzpatrick says that this offseason has been one of the most grueling. He said he wouldn't wish this on anybody. Ryan Fitzpatrick, it said, is finally back with the New York Jets uniform after a contract dispute that lasted the entire offseason. The veteran quarterback who rejoined the club on a 1-year, $12 million deal Thursday said he's relieved to have put the saga in the past. He said it's been a long 6 months for sure. He said, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. The best feeling was relief. If you're relieved to be a member of the New York Jets, and I don't dislike the New York Jets.
He cashed in.
He did $12 million.
$12 million bucks, you know.
I would, 12, how do you spell relief? $12 million.
How does it take them, and I think he wanted like a 3-year, $36 million. Okay, it equals $12 million a year. But what took them so long to sign this guy? I think he threw for more passing touchdowns than any quarterback in Jets history, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and you think maybe last year they thought that was a flash in the pan.
Well, if they it would have been if they would have rolled with Mr. Geno Smith.
And that brings me to my next question. What do you do with Geno?
Yeah,
he was a high draft pick.
Just in case Fitz gets hurt, be ready, buddy.
Yeah, don't be getting punched in the jaw. Just sit back there, be ready, and let's stay sharp. I also read another article this week in the news. A Mr. Tyler Eifert came out and said something that I think we've both been saying for a while. Tyler Eifert came out. Zach Jackson reported this. He said, after a Pro Bowl injury led to surgery that left the Bengals tight end Tyler Eifert on the physically unable to perform list for now and uncertain if he'll be ready for the season, Eifert told reporters Friday that he'll never go to the Pro Bowl again, even if he's invited. He said it's just not worth it.
Do you blame him?
I don't. I think the Pro Bowl is one of the silliest things out there.
This is horrible timing, too, because, this is his best. That was his best season of his career.
It was.
And then to get hurt in the Pro Bowl, that sucks, man. That's horrible.
Well, and I've always said if I was a team owner, the one thing I would do, I would bring my players in and I would tell them, if you make the Pro Bowl, we're going to put it in your contract. If you make the Pro Bowl, you're not going. I'll pay you the bonus. I'll have a parade downtown for you. I'll send you and your family to Hawaii, but you're not playing in the Pro Bowl. You think about it. If you had anything that's worth, how much Tyler Eifert make last year? And
I don't know. We'll just call it.
Let's say
15, 10, 5 million.
5, 10, 15 million.
Yeah.
You've got a piece of property that is 5, 10, 15 million dollars. You're not going to put it out there to get hurt, to get injured, to get bruised up for a meaningless game.
No, you're really not.
And I've never liked. I think. I'll watch the MLB game, the All-Star game. I don't like it. I hate the idea that it decides home field advantage for the World Series.
Now, that is ridiculous. That is totally ridiculous.
You've got guys on there that...
This is the first time we've ever talked baseball on this show.
I know, I'm excited.
5 shows in, and we are talking baseball. How boring is this?
Yeah, well, we need to fix that because our Cardinals
baseball needs to tweak some rules, man. They're going to lose. Baseball, MLB... And I'm going to get some flack for this down in the Springfield, Missouri area. Baseball, MLB will be the first professional sport to end. They will
Boy.
not stay alive longer than the NBA and NFL just because of the excitement. And
No,
my
there's
generation,
no way.
my generation doesn't watch baseball.
No, and here's the problem with that. The NBA, and we didn't mean to go this way. This is
No,
just
this
quality
is totally
radio here,
random.
baby. The NBA is writing a book on how to destroy itself. Put all the good players on one team, make the tickets where nobody can afford them, and make it unwatchable. MLB. Now, let me ask you this: you are the biggest thing that is in sports right now that everybody's talking about in baseball is that the games are too long, and I don't like that at all. Well, hold on. Before you say that, let me ask you this: the average game right now in MLB is probably 3 to 3.5 hours. Okay, and I am the type of guy I can watch the Marlins play the Indians, and that's not a knock on any of those teams. I'm saying I can sit down, especially day baseball.
You're just telling us that you have a problem.
I love day baseball. I can sit down and I can watch any two teams, anytime, anywhere. You do not like baseball. So let me ask you this. If
I don't
they say
dislike baseball, it's just not entertaining enough for me to sit there and watch it for
okay,
3.5 hours.
for 3.5 hours. So let's say they figure out how to make all the players stop getting out of the box and readjusting their gloves, which they've done a little bit on every pitch, and they've put up a timer on the. They're thinking about putting up a timer on the pitcher, and all these different things. I saw in the minors they did that this year. All these different things. If they somehow shorten the game to 2.5 hours, would you sit down and watch a game?
No, which is why you're going to say they shouldn't tweak it at all.
Then why are you worried about it? The people that love it are going to love it. The people that don't. And you say it's going to go out. You tell me
It
another.
slowly will. Now, it's America's pastime, and it's been around forever, too long. I get it. But
any sport that on a Tuesday evening can put 44,000 butts in the seats, that's not going away anytime soon. I'm sorry. I want soccer to go away, but I don't think it's going to.
You know what? I do enjoy going to the stadium. I enjoy going to a Cardinals and Braves game and
you've
sitting in
actually
a
been,
suite and drinking Pepsi and eating a bratwurst and a hot dog. And
you've been to a couple World Series games.
I have. I went. I saw the. I won those. Those were sales trips that I won, so I enjoyed myself. But those were through. I got to see the Cardinals. I've been to Detroit. I saw that series against.
Maybe that's why you don't like
the
baseball.
Giants a couple years ago. Yeah.
You had to go to Detroit to watch it. Boy, we're just slamming everybody today. This is a positive show.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be a positive show. Guys, give me a call. 868-6100. Help me out here. I know I've got some baseball fans, but help me out here. Set the record straight. In other news in football, we see that Josh Gordon has finally been reinstated. I say finally. I don't think he should be yet, but reinstated, conditionally suspended for 4 games. Where do you put him at, Cody?
Well, the dude is a uber talent. I mean, he is one of the most talented receivers in all of football. Number one, he's with a horrible team. He never has a quarterback.
And now we've knocked the Browns.
Yeah, thanks. You're welcome, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, and then not to mention, he can't stay out of trouble.
Yeah, no. And did you see John Cena the other night on the ESPYs talking about how that
No.
2 million people came to the Cleveland Cavaliers parade and still not one of them is a decent quarterback? So, yeah, it's just, I don't know. The guy.
This dude, well, he was suspended half the year, 1 year.
Yeah.
It's a couple years back, and and then he came out and just exploded, was just going nuts. Well, he was fresh because he was suspended.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to look at the positives, he is fresh. He
fresh.
should be good to go. And, they've got RG3 there this year. And I've always thought RG3, kind of like Josh Gordon, great talent, amazing talent.
Absolutely.
Doesn't know how to take care of himself, really.
Well, you know what? Getting Josh Gordon back, getting Robert Griffin III. I mean, they can't they're not getting any worse.
No. They see, we're a positive show.
Yeah.
You can't go downhill. Absolutely. I think what you said was key, too. He just can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. I don't.
For whatever reason, he struggles. I mean, he struggles with staying out of trouble. I mean, the guy's, he could be on any team, making any kind of money he wanted. The dude is so talented. I'd put him up there with as talented as, like the Brandon Marshalls and the, I don't know about Odell Beckham and Julio Antonio Brown, but the dude's, if not, he's very close.
Well, I think the difference between him and ODB and Antonio Brown is just the heart, the drive. We're going to talk more about that later, but I don't see the young man has a problem. I mean, obviously there's something there, and it is sad. I don't know, what I hope he gets help. I hope he does
Right.
it, but it's time to give some stuff away. We have got a trivia question from On the Ball Sports. You guys, if you haven't been to On the Ball Sports, there's 2 locations. You can take your kids to the mall, your wife to the mall. It's a safe haven for gentlemen to go into. It's a safe haven for you to go in and be surrounded
Right.
by every college professional sports team you've ever heard of. Over 140 represented. We're going to give away a $25 gift certificate to On the Ball Sports with some trivia here. You guys need to go see them. Their number is 417-881-0576. 417-881-0576. You can find them on Facebook at On the Ball Sports. Give us a call, 868-6100, and we're going to give away some gift certificates to On the Ball Sports. And
phones are ringing. Pull
are
over.
ringing.
Pick up your cell phone. 868-6100. 868-6100. 868-6100.
We want some people to call in today. We've got a show that is going to be listener driven today.
It is. Yeah, we've left it open. We've had it closed quite a bit. We've had some guests on. We've had the National Fantasy Sports Writer of America back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some lineup blitz analysts. I mean, we've had Mitch Anderson from the Score. We've had some phenomenal
great
guests.
We decided today we didn't want to have anybody on here. We just wanted our listeners to call in. So give us a call today, and we'll do some fantasy football talking. We've got
868-6100.
We've got Jeff on the line. Jeff, how you doing today, brother?
Doing all right. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm doing very well. Thank you for
Welcome
asking.
to the show, Jeff.
All right, Jeff, here is your trivia question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Last season, there were 3 wide receivers that caught 14 touchdowns. 2 of them were Brandon Marshall and Allen Robinson. Who was the third? And I'll give you 4 choices here. So one of these guys caught 14 touchdown passes last year. Was it A, Julio Jones? Was it B, Eric Decker? Was it C, Doug Baldwin? Or was it D, Larry Fitzgerald?
I'm going to go with Julio Jones.
I'm sorry. That's a great guess.
That was my guess, too.
Yeah, that's who Cody said. But I appreciate it. Call us back, and we'll try to make you a winner again next week. We've got Darren on the line. Darren, how you doing today, sir? Hello, Darren. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Darren. Thanks for calling, sir.
Do you need to hear the question again?
No, I'll go with Fitzgerald.
Fitzgerald. No, sir. That's a good guess as well. Been doing it a long time. The ageless wonder, Mr. Larry Fitzgerald. But that's also incorrect. Thanks for calling in, Darren. All right, we've got Steven on here. Now, Steven, Julio's been guessed. Larry Fitzgerald's been guessed. Do you need me to read you the options again? Hello, Steven. Are you there?
Steven.
There you are. Can you hear us, sir? Hello, Steven.
You guys are flooding the station with we getting calls left and right.
All right. So we haven't given it away, and you've got a 50% chance of winning now.
And we got a couple more calls. Thank you guys for all the activity. We love it.
I did that math in my head.
Well,
Just
that's
right
tough.
there. Bam.
4 divided by 2.
Rich, are you on the line with us, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you need to hear the question again, or have you got this?
Give me the question one more time.
All right. There were 3 wide receivers that caught 14 touchdowns last season. 2 of them were Brandon Marshall and Allen Robinson. Who was the third? And we've got A, Julio Jones, B, Eric Decker, C, Doug Baldwin, or D, Larry Fitzgerald.
And 2 of those have already been guessed. So you're looking at either B or C, which was
Cody's being nice to
Eric Decker or Doug Baldwin.
Let's go with the Seahawks. Is that Baldwin?
That
Look
would
at
be
that.
Mr. Baldwin, and that gets you a $25 gift certificate on the ball.
Great job. Great job.
All right.
Great guess. Hey, hang on the line, and Dwayne is going to get your information and stop by the Jock 98.7 studio and tell him you want to pick up your On the Ball Sports trivia. Fantastic job, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. Hey, Doug Baldwin had 10 touchdowns. Now, he had 14 for the year. He had 10 touchdowns in 4 games. Can you believe that? Which is crazy.
What you're saying is he should have been traded after game 3.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have too many. It was nuts. Okay, well we will talk a little bit more about Doug Baldwin here in a few minutes, but If you guys have a lighting need, an electrical need, an LED need, any type of electrical or lighting need at all, be sure to check out 417 Lighting Specialist. Our friends over there at 417 Lighting. Jeremy Johnson is the owner. Jeremy Johnson's a football fan, fantasy football fan. Call him today at 655-1283. Again, 655-1283. 655-1283. Call Jeremy Johnson today for all of your lighting and electrical needs. Again, that's Jeremy Johnson with the 417 Lighting Specialist. And we will we'll be back talking about a little Eric Decker, a little wide receivers, some team names. We're actually going to give away another trivia.
We need you to call in and tell us your favorite team name.
While we're at break, be thinking about your favorite fantasy football team name, and go ahead and call in. Make sure you're in line. We're getting a ton of calls. Make sure you're one of the first calls because we're going to choose our favorite team name and give away a gift card at the end of the show. Call 868-6100. Again, thanks for tuning in. We will be right back. Thanks for listening to the Fantasy Professionals.
This is what life sounds like when you don't take advantage of the Chevy Summer Sell-Down. And this is what life sounds like when you do take advantage of the Chevy Summer Sell-Down.
I'll take them all.
Hear the difference at the Chevy Summer Sell-Down. Find your bonus tag and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP on select 2016 vehicles in stock. See your Chevy dealers of the Ozarks. Limited to 10% of select vehicles in dealer stock. Visit ChevySummerSellDown.com for eligibility. Take delivery by 8/1/16. Not available with some other offers. See dealer for details.
Grimble, I'm hurt. You haven't accepted my Facebook friend request yet.
Sorry, sir. I can't mix business with pleasure. Hello, Wildcat Tool Rental. Yes, we rent all kinds of equipment like that. Just go to our website at wildcattoolrental.com and you can see all our equipment and brand names. Okay, sir. I'll accept your friend requests.
Oh, goody.
Don't make me unfriend you.
I'm Scott from Wildcat Rental, your Mustang dealer. Rent what you need from us. We're 125 and 60 in Rogersville, or call 753-TOOL.
Sun and clouds this afternoon, scattered thunderstorms, humid, high 86. Cloudy and humid tonight, a drenching thunderstorm expected, low 67. Tomorrow and Sunday, cloudy and humid, showery thunderstorm around, high tomorrow 82. Sunday's high up to 87. On Monday, humid, a blend of sun and clouds, and a high pushing 94. I'm AccuWeather's Steve Williams.
At Jock 98.7, it's 88.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Professionals. Cody Askins in Dallas here talking some football, talking some fantasy football. We're 41 days, 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds from Thursday night football kickoff.
That's even closer than we were when we started the show.
You know what? We get closer every week.
That is crazy. I am ready. And I love baseball. I can watch baseball all day, but there is something about that crack of the pads. There's something about that first game that just says life is worth living. And so, guys, we were going to talk to you about some team names. We would love for you to call in 868-6100. We are going to give away a gift certificate. We'll tell you more about that later. We are going to talk about some of our favorite fantasy football team names. And one of our favorite names in Springfield is First National Bank.
That's a good name.
And Cody asked me this morning, why aren't they Second National Bank? And because I told him that just wouldn't make sense.
Well, you know what? Ricky Bobby said, if you're not first, you're last.
That is correct, and there's a lot of wisdom in that movie. But First National Bank over on 4108 South National, they have 2 branches in Clinton. Their phone number is 417-823-9600. You can find them on the website at myfnbonline.com. I say it every week. They've been around 70 years, since 1946, owned by the same family. Get in there, see Natasha, see Angie. Go in there and tell them that we sent you. Go in there and tell them that you heard it here, and they will give you some Werther's Original Candy.
Which is the best candy in town of any bank, guaranteed.
You know what's funny is I love that we know what we like. We always say this is the best, and you know we're driven people that know what we like. And First National Bank is where we bank.
That's right.
I've been to other banks in Springfield, and I've left unsatisfied, not putting anyone down. But I've never left First National Bank. No, they don't remember my name. They don't know,
They probably dislike the Cowboys, so they just choose not to remember the name Dallas.
Well, that doesn't seem right. But First National Bank over there on National. Give them a call. Go in there and see them. Go talk to Aaron, Angie. Go talk to Natasha. We've got Ben on the line. Ben, how you doing today, sir?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing well. We were talking about fantasy names. Do you have a good fantasy name for us?
Well, I am a Nebraska fan, and
I'm sorry.
because we name teams after right, we name teams after your favorite team. I've always been the Cornhuskers, and how does that sound when you're playing somebody who husks corn? It's just not very powerful there.
So yeah, what you're saying is that the Cornhusker name doesn't strike fear into the hearts of the opponents.
Right, not like a Buckeye would, or maybe even a Cowboy would.
A Buckeye, yeah. I tremble at the sound of a Buckeye. So, so can you turn that into a fantasy team name? If I said, okay, you've got to do something with the name Cornhusker, what fantasy name will you turn that into?
I'm going to name it. I'm going to husk your corn, and that's about it.
All right. Well, listen, we want you to listen for the whole show. We're going to give away a gift certificate at the end of the show. I don't love your chances, but you never know. You never know.
Right.
Ben, thanks for calling.
I like it. Thank you very much, Ben, for calling in. We really appreciate it.
We've got Mike on the line as well. Mike, how you doing today, sir?
Well, not too bad. How are you, gentlemen?
We've just been called gentlemen, so I'm doing real well.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You can apologize to Dallas for that. I'll take it.
I have a good fantasy question for you.
Okay, shoot.
Okay. Beyond Ezekiel Elliott, who is a good rookie to take a flyer on?
Wow, that is a great question. And what I'm doing right now is stalling.
Yeah, because I had a fantasy draft and I had to drop out, but I only wound up with one quarterback, and I wound up with Eli Manning, which is okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad quarterback.
When I looked at the leftovers, I had Stafford for leftovers, so I took him. But both Wentz and Goss were sitting out there. I'm going,
I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of either one of those guys. There's a reason that most of these guys come into the league and sit behind another quarterback for 2 or 3 years. But to me, if you'll let me go one more year, I would look at like a Marcus Mariota. I think he's going to go great this year. And, but if I got to pick between the two, gosh, I probably got to go with the dude in St. Louis, with Jared Goff, I think. Cody, what do you think?
He's got the best chance of actually getting some playing time and putting up some numbers, that's for sure. And when you were talking rookie quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, I just said that, but even not just quarterbacks, just rookies, because I think Elliott's going to be the bomb. I mean, they put him number
TheBomb.com.
6 or 7 in the. I mean, I do ESPN, so he's like number 6 or 7.
Right. Yeah, he's ranked way up there.
And then I don't see any other rookies beyond him, because I think yes.
You've got Derrick Henry behind DeMarco Murray, which could get some playing time later this season goes. I mean, he's ranked nowhere near Elliott. I think we've got him ranked around 40 for the year, so he's no 5 or 6 ranked running back. But
and is Andre Johnson worth a flyer now that he's with the Titans?
Well, hey, there's a guy that's on top of stuff. I don't think so. I really don't. I think Andre Johnson's just trying to complete his tour of the AFC South, with no love for the Jags yet. But Andre Johnson, man, unless he can find a time machine, back in his day was a beast. And I like that there's I think what they're doing there is they've got a lot of young talent there with DGB. I think that down the road, I think they may just be getting him to mentor him. So great question, though. I'm just not a big fan of taking a rookie in the first round. Or taking a rookie at all, really. I
got lucky. I got to pick, when I did my NBA, I actually got to pick Towns. And I took it on a flyer just because no one was touching. Okay, let's just take him. Well, my team was number 1. I won my division.
Wow.
I lost the championship.
Wow, that's awesome. And you can't go wrong with a Wildcat.
You wanted a team name. You wanted a team.
Yeah, what's your team name?
Let's hear it. I'm gonna go way back, because my favorite coach is Hank Strand.
Nice.
I'm an original back to the old days of Buck.
There you go.
All that. So let's call it what he loved to say, matriculating down the field.
Very nice. Matriculating down the field. Very nice. I like that, Mike.
Yeah, and I'm going, everybody on the team said, what the heck is matriculate? Sounds like something you take for indigestion.
Matriculating down the field. You have a chance. You're probably in the lead. So please listen to the rest of the show. We're going to give a Kobe gift card at the end of the show. And again, Mike, thank you for calling in.
Not a problem, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. Mike. Guys, we are giving away a Kobe gift card. Kobe is our favorite hibachi grill and sushi. They're over at 3050 South National Avenue on the corner of National and Montclair. The owner's Don. Again, that's Kobe, just like Mr. Kobe Bryant, Kobe Hibachi. They're the Kobe Bryant of the hibachi and sushi industry.
You know, if you want to meet us, you could probably hang out at Kobe, and there's a great chance you're going to meet us.
Yeah, we are there.
We go there quite a bit.
At least a few times a week.
And I hope I didn't drive away business.
So what we're doing is we are taking all of the team names, fantasy football, your best fantasy football team name from our callers, and then we are going to give away a Kobe gift card, $20 to Kobe Hibachi and Sushi. We're going to give that away at the end of the show, so please remember that you called in, and please listen to the rest of the show so you have a chance to win.
Cody.
Well, you know what?
We eat there so much. We started to call each other that. What are some of your favorite team names for this year? How many leagues are you in first off this year?
I'm in probably about 5. I may cut back this year a little.
5. So give me some of your favorite names.
I like a newer one that I've seen and heard is Gronky Kong.
Gronky Kong, very nice, very nice.
That's kind of a. I've also heard of. My team name is always Primetime.
Always been, yeah.
Always been Primetime, or Cody's Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, I can name my team Primetime after Deion Sanders because I'm kind of the Deion Sanders of our league. The flashiest, the smartest, the best.
Mm-hmm. A couple of mine. I love this year. I think I'm going to go with The Walking Des because I'm in that Walking Dead kind of. My wife and I are watching that. So The Walking Des is a big one for me. I love. I saw the other day Run Like a Girlie.
I like that.
Gurley
I like
there,
that.
You
Or
know?
Forgetting Brandon Marshall, like the movie. Forgetting
nice.
Sarah Marshall. I like that's a cool
Very
one.
nice. And I saw the other day. I saw one called it was a Levy on a Prayer. You know,
that's
a
good.
old
Or
80s song.
Whoops! I farted for Tyler Eifert.
Very nice. Very nice. We would ask. The only rule is that you keep it to where my mama can listen to the show. Keep it friendly, and or Dwayne will be forced to. Pour out his wrath upon you. We've got Mitch on the line. Mitch, how you doing today?
Doing very good, guys. Doing very good. And you guys?
We are doing well, sir.
Awesome. Welcome to the show.
Excellent.
Thanks for calling.
What's the winning name, sir?
Well, I've had a couple.
Okay.
One actually is an alliteration on my name. It's the Maulers.
Okay.
So M&M. But my favorite is actually Around the Bush.
Around
because because what it is, everyone tries to beat around the bush, right?
Exactly.
There you go.
And
like
what
that.
does it mean if someone beats around the bush? They don't get to the point. In fantasy, if you don't get the point, you lose. Therefore, if you beat around the bush, then you automatically lose.
As Dallas
My little
does.
twisted thing.
Dallas he beats around the bush every year.
I'm trying to remember.
When's the last time you finished top 3? I've finished top 3 about a decade in a row. I've won. Well, we've won just as many times, unfortunately. How many times have you won your league, Mitch?
Who's won more recently, though?
I've won it. I've won 2 in a league there with a lot of friends, but I've won just like in a basic one, just general without knowing anybody. Probably at least 2 or 3 times as well. Usually the Yahoo.
Very nice.
Very nice, Mitch. Thank you for calling in, sir.
Thank you, sir. You got a good chance to win the Kobe gift card.
Guys, I know we can do better. These have all been good. Don't get me wrong. Nothing against Mitch or nothing against the mighty Huskers or whatever it was he said. But I know we can do better this. We're giving away a nice gift certificate. We've got to take a break here. We want to tell you a little bit about Dr. Papagayo. He's my dentist. He's the one that
No, he's my dentist.
Well, he's our dentist. He's the one that gives us that beautiful Marshawn Lynch grin, and we would recommend that you guys go see Dr. Papagayo. Dr. Papagayo is over on Republic Road at 640 West Republic Road. Phone number is 883-8448. He has been in the area for a long time now, takes pride in his patient comfort. It's one of the nicest offices in town that I've ever been to, a beautiful office.
I've never seen a better looking receptionist area. I mean,
are you saying the receptionist or the
area
in general?
That's up to you. But no, it was all around. That was a very comfortable, clean, upscale place to sit. I mean, it was nice. It was awesome. Dr. Papagayo is leading the dentist in our area. I can tell you that.
That's right. Dr. Papagayo, 417-883-8448. Dr. Rolando Papagayo.
We will be right back talking some fantasy team names. Please call in 868-6100. You're listening to the Fantasy Professionals.
Tennis fans, the Springfield Lasers and World Team Tennis are back for their 21st action-packed season, July 31st through August 13th. Your hometown Lasers take to the court for 6 evening matches at the Cooper Tennis Complex. See players from Wimbledon and the French Open right here in Springfield, including 6'10" Lasers player John Isner, the #1 American male. Come see world-class professional tennis at its best with the Springfield Lasers. Tickets start at just $10. Call now 837-5800 or visit springfieldlasers.com.
The Rethink Kitchen and Bath event is now at the Home Depot with fresh ideas for the busiest rooms in the house, like 20% off all in-stock kitchen cabinets, classic, traditional, modern. More styles and finishes than you or your budget ever imagined. All in stock and at 20% off, well within reach. Come rethink the kitchen and bath, starting with 20% off all in-stock kitchen cabinets. Now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only, valid through July 31st.
Russillo and Cannell here. We recently learned an interesting fact. Did you know that today's smaller engines are under so much pressure that it's like 5 cars resting on a space the size of a stiletto heel?
A thin layer of oil is the only thing that stops metal-to-metal contact. Fortunately, Castrol Edge is made with fluid titanium technology to maximize performance.
It's 3 times stronger against viscosity breakdown than Mobil 1 in the Kurt Orban test, a standard industry shear stability test. Castrol Edge. Titanium strong for maximum engine performance.
This afternoon, some sun and clouds, scattered thunderstorms, humid, high 86. It'll be cloudy and humid tonight. A drenching thunderstorm is possible, low 67. For tomorrow and Sunday, cloudy and humid, showery thunderstorm, high tomorrow 82. Sunday, the high jumps up to 87. Monday, a blend of sun and clouds with a high pushing 94. I'm AccuWeather's Steve Williams.
At Jock 98.7, it's 88.
I love this song.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Professionals. Cody and Dallas sitting here talking fantasy football, talking team names, and we've got a friend of ours that he builds homes, builds barns. I've actually seen a lot of his homes and cabins and stuff that he builds. Those are really impressive.
Very nice work that you and I don't have to do. And so
and that's the thing. You would think he's the most. You would think Kenny James at James Construction is the most expensive person in town with the work he does. But I can promise you that is not the case. Actually, far from the case. He builds homes, barns, complete remodels, home repair, new construction, roofs, skid steer service, doesn't matter. Anything construction-wise, between Rogersville and West Plains, he is your man. He's out in the Mansfield, Norwood, Mountain Grove area. Call Kenny James today at 926-9139. Again, James Construction. Anything construction between Rogersville and West Plains, call Kenny at 926-9139. He can't fix you, but you know what? He can fix your home.
He can, absolutely. Got a couple more names here that I was looking up during the break. I love this one, Jamal Charles in charge. You're not going to get that one, but from back in my day. Another one I saw here, this is pretty good, Eat, Drink, and Demarius. Kind of eat, drink, and be merry.
I like that.
It's a stretch, but I got it.
There we go. That's good.
We've got Jamie on the line. Jamie is pretty much promised us that the game is over and that he's going to give us the winning name. Jamie, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. What do you got for us?
All right. Mine's going to be my Get Up and Go has done gone up and went.
Get Up and Go has done got up and went. And I am feeling that today, sir. Absolutely. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jamie. We've got Jim on the line. Jim, how you doing today, sir?
Doing good. How you guys doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. What's your team name?
Well, actually, we've got two. So it's my team and then my wife's in my team.
Okay. Now, if I need to know whose is whose, because if the wife wins, we need to be sure and put that on the radio. So first of all, what's your wife's name?
My wife's name is Jessica.
Jim and
Jim
Jessica.
and Jessica,
All right,
perfect.
So give me Jim's first.
Mine, I'm a lifelong Cowboys fan.
Attaboy.
Blue Star Boys.
What was that again? Tell we were
Blue Star Boys.
Lone Star Boys.
Lone Star Boys, very nice.
Blue
Star Boys.
is in the color.
I got it. Yes, sir. Okay. Blue Star Boys.
And I'm not one of those guys that became a Cowboys fan in the '90s. My favorite player to ever play in the NFL is Drew Pearson.
Very nice. Drew Pearson. Beautiful. I love it. Cody is one of those guys that became a Cowboys fan in the 90s.
It's because I was born in 1990.
Well, okay, that makes sense. I was born in '71. So the first game I ever remember watching was a heartbreaking loss in a Super Bowl to the Steelers. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes, sir. Yeah. We don't like talking about that.
And then the other one, which is my wife's and my team in another league. She's a big Green Bay fan, so the name's Family Feud.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Family Feud.
Family Feud. Very nice. Very nice. Well, Jessica should have told us that she was a Cowboys fan. I mean, this is a nice prize. It would have helped her chances. But
hey, Jim, you've got a real good chance of winning this Kobe Hibachi Grill and Sushi $20 gift card over on National in Montclair. We hope you win, and we're extremely happy you're a Cowboys fan. Good luck to the boys this season, and thanks for calling in.
Absolutely. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, Jim.
very
Really
much.
appreciate it, sir.
Now we need to keep getting some calls in. Tell us the winning name. I feel like
And
there's
it
one
keeps
out
ringing, baby. Thank you guys for all the calls. I'm loving this.
I feel like there's just one out there that's just gonna step up to the plate and slam dunk a touchdown, and that's 5 weeks in a row.
Hey, real quick, Dwayne Wade just says, just as this is just in, I have no rift with Pat Riley, the Heat president. He just didn't call, email, or text me during free agency.
It's nothing personal. He just that's like
he just doesn't care.
That's just almost embarrassing. That's like not getting invited to the prom and saying, "Look, I'm not mad you didn't invite me to the prom. I just, you just didn't call, text, or email me.
You didn't ask me to stay, so I didn't."
Yeah. That and you think NBA is going to be around for a long time. We've got Roger. Roger, save us from some NBA talk.
Really. You were talking about not picking a rookie, but I took Todd Gurley last year, even with his injuries, and he did well for me.
There are some exceptions.
He did real well. That was
Absolutely.
a great pick. Great foresight.
How do you think he's going to do this year?
How is he going to do this year?
Yeah.
I think he'll do great. I think he'll do as good as he did last year.
I keep looking at him, and my problem is I look at the team around him. I've always, and I don't know why, I've got this stigma in my head. I don't like picking players from bad teams because I think they don't get in the end zone.
And now you know why Dallas struggles in our league.
Well, and but you look at Todd Gurley last year; he got in the end zone, and if he didn't, he ran for 120 yards a game.
This year, you'll probably only have Broncos and Panthers players now because they went to the Super Bowl.
No, I'm not living on last year. But Roger, what's your team name, sir?
Well, it's not sexy, but I've had the team Powerhouse. I usually limit myself to 3 teams. I'm Powerhouse 57, 86. But I have won twice out of the last 6 years, so that's not too bad.
You know what?
That's
if it ain't
good.
broke, don't fix it.
You said Powerhouse 5786?
Powerhouse, and with adjectives to it. I had a guy that I played against last year. His starting tight end was Tyler Eifert, and the name of his team was It Hurts When I Furt.
It hurts when I furt. That is beautiful. That is nice.
That's actually a good one. You should have led with that one.
I think we may have a.
It hurts.
I think we may have a leader in the clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen. I like it.
I love that one.
I've got a couple more here, and Roger, thanks for calling in. We will be sure and announce at the end of the show if you've got the winning name. A couple more names here that I've found is Frosted Flaccos, which is not too shabby. Dazed and Confused. That was one of mine.
I think you've done that in the past.
I have done Dazed and Confused, which is a little also before your time. No, let's see here. We've got
He's skimming through these, as you can
Over
tell.
the Jeremy Hill, which is a nice one.
Over the
We've
Jeremy
got
Hill.
Dez Dispenser. Dez is just a name that is nice for the fantasy football world. And Eifert is another one. And there's just quite a few. Now, we did want to talk about, we need some more calls. Call in. I still feel it, that we've had some great names. But I feel like there is someone out there that is sitting on a name that is just going to blow our minds and earn them a gift certificate to Kobe Hibachi Grill. We did want to talk today. We've been giving you the last, if you've been listening, over the last couple of weeks, we've been giving you our top 5 of each position.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember correctly, I'm a little foggy. We had some guests on that said that we talked about tight ends last week.
Yeah, I won. You didn't miss anything.
Okay. Well, and the week before that, what did we discuss? I want to say it was.
Well, you know what? I know what we're going to discuss this week. Okay,
That's what I thought.
you won the last couple. Good thing is we're going to give Dwayne's going to be grading, and he's actually already seen them, and he's already crowned me champ. So
yeah, exactly. He's gone to he's sunk into giving out cash.
I think
now.
our top
Cody
5
has.
receivers for this year are pretty similar.
They should be. They really should be. I don't know that there's a lot of difference this year. Like I've said a couple times now, I don't know that it's funny how that there's the top 2 or 3, and then there's everybody else. And this with the wide receivers, it's the same thing. Who do you have as your top wide receiver?
As I'm looking this, we got a bunch of fans following us and watching along on Facebook Live on the Fancy Professionals, and the owner of Secure Insurance Group just chimed in and said that Derrick Henry will overtake DeMarco Murray in Tennessee. And you know what? He very well might. And he also gave a team name of Better Than I Deserve.
Better Than I Deserve. Wow.
For Dez. I like that. That's pretty good.
That's not too shabby.
That's a pretty
Not
good
too
one.
shabby.
My top 5 receivers, number 1, I've got Antonio Brown.
Okay.
Number 2, I've got Odell Beckham. Number 3, I've got Julio Jones or Julio Hones.
Julio Hones or
Julio
Jones.
Hones. DeAndre Hopkins, 4, and A.J. Green, 5, with Dez Bryant, Allen Robinson, and Jordy Nelson being close. Close.
And we're pretty close there. I've got Antonio Brown, of course, number 1, and Julio Jones. I've got it number 2. I switched up your 2 and 3. I've got Odell Beckham at number 3. And one of the reasons I did that, seeing Josh Norman twice a year. Josh Norman. I think Josh Norman is a bit overrated as a cornerback. I don't think he deserves what he got. I'm trying to remember the number that he got. I think it was 54 million, something like that. I don't think he's worth that, but we do know what he can do. He can get in Mr. Beckham's head. And last year, he's going to see him twice a year. So I bumped him down to number 3. Julio Jones, my only concern for him is he's got to peak sometime. And we all know what happens after you peak. You start going down the other side, or so I've heard.
Is that what that means?
Well, and
They're at the top of the mountain and you can't stay there?
Well,
Josh Norman signed a 5-year, $75 million with the Redskins.
5 years, $75 million for a cornerback.
The Panthers should not have let that dude go. He is the Darrelle Revis of
but
this.
not for that kind of money. Not for that kind of money. You can't. He's had, if I remember, and
funny
I'm going
thing
off the top of my head, I think he's had 7 interceptions in his career.
I don't know, but he is the best lockdown corner currently.
That's over $10 million per reception.
Yeah, well, he's
$15
million a year.
I don't know. And then I've got number 4. I've got DeAndre Hopkins. I love DeAndre Hopkins. I'm excited to see what Osweiler is going to do. If he's I can't even remember who the quarterback was in Texas last year.
Brian Hoyer. And Ryan Mallett.
Yeah, and Ryan Mallett.
Now you see who wins our leagues and why.
If Osweiler can do anything close to what he did in Denver, or what he showed he could do in Denver,
he'll do better.
I think DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a beast.
Peyton at 60 years old still had better stats than Osweiler when Peyton was hurt.
Yeah.
Neither one of those helped them win a Super Bowl whatsoever. But
well, I said earlier the NBA was writing a book on how to crash the league. I think the Broncos wrote the book on how not to bring a quarterback up. You got to give him the reins and let him go. But my number 5 is Allen Robinson. I think A.J. Green's I think he's going down that peak. I think he's on the other side of that mountain. And then my sleeper, a guy that I really think is going to do well this year, is Mr. Jarvis Landry in Miami. Started to come on last year. I like Mr. Tannehill there.
He
I
is
like what he can do.
a PPR machine for sure. He really is. Mine, it just happens to be our trivia question winner from earlier, Mr. Doug Baldwin. They're losing Lynch.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to throw the ball around the field a little more.
Yeah.
And the dude had 10 touchdowns in 4 weeks last year. Week 12 of last year, he had 3 touchdowns. Week 13, he had 2. Week 14, he had 3 touchdowns. In week 15, he had 2. 3-2, 3-2. 10 touchdowns in 4 weeks.
Wow.
And he's going to do that every week this season.
Every week this season.
Every single
You heard
week.
it here first and probably last. But Seattle, of course, lost Mr. Lynch. Rawls when it was his turn to stand up to the bell, he did it. And they've got the young man out of Arkansas coming in this year, the new running back out of Arkansas, which I'm trying to remember the name of, and it's not there. And this old age in Seattle, young man that they just picked up out of Arkansas, the running back out of Arkansas. We'll come back with that. Guys, we've got to take a break. You are listening to the Fantasy Professionals on Jock 98.7.
Hi, this is John Bon Jovi, asking you to go to serve.gov to get involved in something you believe in. I'm a big believer in the power of we. We can tackle the tough challenges we face and build community through service and volunteering. United we stand, united we serve. Are you with me? Go to serve.gov for more information about how to volunteer in your community.
This message is brought to you by United We Serve and the Corporation for National and Community Service.
This August,
another strong finish by Phelps.
For the first time ever.
And it's a Gabby gold.
The spirit of the Olympic Games comes to life.
Usain Bolt still the king of the 100.
In one of the world's most dazzling cities, Rio. The one event that unites the world. The 2016 Olympic Games from Rio. Beginning August 5th on NBC.
Join the Radio Springfield Travel Club August 7th and head to Branson to see America's Got Talent winner Terry Fader. We'll begin at King's Castle Theater, where we'll watch the life of Frankie Valli unfold in New Jersey Nights. We'll have dinner at JB's Jazz and Blues Restaurant and end our evening with the hilarious antics of Terry Fader. The cost for both shows and dinner is just $70. Call 862-3751 to reserve your seat. For more information, click on the Travel Club tab at radiospringfield.com.
Some of you think it takes too long to drive to Buffalo Wild Wings, order lunch, eat, and get back to work in time. It's because of people like you that we've got the B-Dubs Fast Break Lunch Menu. We guarantee you'll get an entree like wings or street tacos plus a side delivered to your table in just 15 minutes or it's free. You used to wish we could serve lunch faster. Now you might wish we were slower, but we won't be. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
For a limited time only at participating locations. Restrictions apply. See participating locations for details.
A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.
Welcome back to the Fantasy Professionals, Fantasy Football. It's that time of year. You're listening with Cody and Dallas here on Jock 98.7. You know what? It's the clock's gotten shorter. We've got 41 days, 3 hours, 40 minutes, and 1 second till kickoff.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Not counting preseason.
You know I love fantasy football, Cody. We
know you do.
You know what I hate? Almost
trading
more,
with me?
You know what I hate more than painting? Absolutely nothing. And that is why I love my friend down at JBG Painting, Mr. Jake Gillette.
Yeah. He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be painting my bathroom here pretty soon.
Very
Seriously.
nice. And that is something that you don't have to do.
And I will
That's
not
the
paint.
beauty of
I
it.
just choose not to.
See, women see painting and they think, oh, it'll dress up the room and all that
Well,
stuff.
there's an art to it, though.
Men see
you got to be
painting
good at it.
and see there's somebody else that can do it.
Right.
And Jake is the best man for the job. Him and his team, they painted our whole office, as we've told you before. We called 825-4919. They got there quickly. They took care of it. They did it in a couple days. And the one thing that I've heard him say over and over and over again, not only that about how besides the Cowboys being the greatest football team in America, was the fact that his guys, he has instructed them, leave the place cleaner than you found it. And they do it every time.
Always super clean. It looks great. They do an awesome job. What's the number again? Call Jake today. Please pick up the phone. Call Jake. What's the number?
825-4919. And don't forget, mention you heard it on the Fantasy Professionals, and you get a 20% discount on your job.
Wow. Thank you, Jake. That's awesome. Hey, call in. We want to take a couple more calls. We want to get a couple more names from some of the callers, and then we'll be able to give a Kobe, $20 to Kobe, the best hibachi, the Kobe Bryant of the hibachi industry. We want to get a couple more names.
Tyler, you've been very patient. We appreciate that. What have you got for us, brother?
Well, I got a couple of names for you that I used last year. I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan,
Okay.
and the two names that I used were Sosumi,
Very nice.
and the other one that I used was Earthquakes.
Earthquakes. Very nice. Very nice. I like. So you got to love my sleeper pick then, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I definitely agree. I've never played in the PPR league, but I've definitely had Landry on as a flex option. I was one of the ones as well, like the caller said earlier, that picked up Todd Gurley last year.
Wow.
And I was thinking about this year rolling with the name Don't Call Me Gurley.
Yeah, I love that. 'Cause that's another one of those names that is a blessing from the fantasy gods. Run like a girly, throw like a girly, all those, absolutely. Tyler, thanks for listening. Guys, give us a call, 868-6100. We've got some great names in here. I feel like there's something better.
Pretty good.
So
though. I don't know,
Sumi
that
is
was- I like
is
that.
pretty good. I like that very much so.
Tyler picked up Gurley. Who's going to be the Todd Gurley of this season? Come out of nowhere. He was hurt. We expect him to be a stud, but he blew it up. I mean, he's ranked 3, 2, 1 overall at some point last year. I
Mhm.
mean, he was nuts.
Yeah, and I mean I think that with Bell being out for the first 4 games, and it looks like it's going to be, if not 4, at least 2 or 3 games.
Sure.
Todd Gurley he's an argument to be the number 1 back this year.
Yeah.
I couldn't see that going wrong.
You got Gurley, Peterson. Yeah, Elliott's close. It's hard to anoint the throne.
I can't do it.
It's hard to crown him so soon.
And I'm a
just
huge
throw him
Cowboys
up to the
fan.
top. I've seen him ranked as high as 2 though.
I can't do it.
I really have.
I just can't.
I
do
know
it.
our friends at Lineup Blitz are huge fans of Elliott.
They are, and they've written a lot of articles on him. And I can't argue with anybody. I'll be honest. I really hope I don't have the top 5 picks this year. I don't want them. I want that. I'll take the first great wide receiver, or I'll take something like that.
I think in the middle of the draft is a pretty good spot this year. I really feel like that could be a good spot. I mean, I'm going to win no matter where they put me. They could put me at 30th and not pick for 29 picks. It don't matter.
Yeah.
He just now caught that.
Oh, my goodness. It's like we've been together a long time. We've been working together a long time, and I'll be honest, I'm starting to use my my selective hearing that usually is just reserved for my wife.
Which he did do. If you didn't catch that, he did do that.
I tune it out every once in a while.
Call in. We got about 3.5 minutes. 868-6100. 868-6100.
The best things always happen at the end of the game. Who's going to come in and steal the show?
And do what, Dallas?
I already said it, though. We got to step up to the plate and slam dunk a touchdown.
You said it today?
I did.
See, I use selective hearing, too.
Selective hearing. We are a great couple. I mean, it's just let somebody call in. Help us out here. We were talking about wide receivers, and a great one stepped down this week, Mr. Greg Jennings. And, he
was pretty good.
What's funny is I asked you earlier, and I'll be honest, I didn't know. I didn't realize he played for the Dolphins last year.
He didn't do anything, so I bet a lot of people kind of felt that way. I mean, he had a quiet season in 2015. He only had 19 receptions for 208 yards and 1 touchdown. I think he was hurt a lot. I mean, he's been around for a long time. He's been playing.
He has, and you gotta like the way he's stepping down. You gotta like that he's 32 years old now, and he said, I was looking here. And
he's only 32.
A quote from Jennings on ESPN.com said, "Physically, I know I can do it. I can still play, but I feel like as though I would be going back in football instead of moving forward." And you got to love a guy like that. I can't stand a guy that. Well, I say I can't stand. I don't like watching people that were once great just go down the hill.
You can't blame him. 32 years old is young for a receiver, but you know what? He was great. He loved it. He enjoyed it. He didn't maybe have the same drive or passion, and he got out. I respect that. I always enjoyed watching Greg Jennings. Hey, we are going to give away Kobe Hibachi Grill and Sushi, $20 right now. The Kobe Bryant of the sushi industry, Hibachi Grill and Sushi, Kobe, over on National in Montclair. That goes to, was that, I believe, Sosumi?
I think that's our winner. That's got to be Tyler.
Malik and Sue. I love that.
Tyler
Moss. Congratulations, Tyler.
sir.
Hey, be sure to stop by the Jock 98.7 studio and pick up your $20 gift card to Kobe Hibachi Grill and Sushi. Excellent job, Tyler. Make sure, I'm sure he's still listening. He says he's been listening for most of the show. So stop
Very
by
nice.
and pick up your $20 to Kobe. So sue me, the
Guys,
best fantasy football name of the day.
And you can keep them coming. We've had a lot of people on Facebook tell us their names, stuff like that. Keep them coming. We love interacting with you guys, learning what you guys like to hear. If there's something about the show that you like, if there's something you want to hear us discuss on the show, Facebook is the best way to do it. We would love to hear from you. If you don't like the show, then tell somebody else. But Facebook is the best way to tell us that what you like to hear or what you don't like to hear.
It really is. Hey, and if you have a, you know what? If you want to shop your life insurance, your Medicare, your home, your auto, call Secure Insurance Group. We've got a bunch of commercials on several different stations now. Our owner Brian started a bunch of commercials with Jock. Secure Insurance Group is over at 3555 South Culpeper Circle here in Springfield. We're over by the Meyer Center on South National. Call Cody or Dallas, either one of us, and we'd be happy to shop your insurance. We'd be pleased. We'd love it. 883-9300. We want to say a quick thank you to On the Ball Sports, 417 Lighting Specialist, First National Bank, Kobe Hibachi, Dr. Papagayo, James Construction, and JBG Painting. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you for listening to Fantasy Professionals, and good
this
luck
is Wayne
this season.
Davis brings you simply a better way to build. Cherry Tree Homes. While others build a house, Mike Davis will build you a home. Land, home, financing available all in one place. www.cherrytreehomes.net. Mike Davis from Home Matters brings you a one-stop place for building the home of your dreams. You pick where you want to live, your school district, pick your home plan, and the financing is all lined up. www.cherrytreehomes.net. www.cherrytreehomes.net.
Your friends at Missouri Storm Shelters remind you when shopping for a certified tornado shelter this spring, make certain the company is a National Storm Shelter Association manufacturer. FEMA recognizes the standards created by the National Storm Shelter Association and the ICC 500 as the only authority for the design and building of certified storm shelters. Learn more about the National Storm Shelter Association Quality Verification Standard by visiting MissouriStormShelters.com today.
Used pianos are 30 to 60% off now at Piano Craft. Choose from a huge selection of quality used pianos. All have been expertly serviced by Piano Craft's technicians and come with a 3-year warranty. Grand pianos from $14.99 and vertical pianos from $4.99. All major brands are included. Financing and delivery are available. These deals won't last long, so hurry in now. Check out the website, www.pianocraftonline.com. Piano Craft in the Brentwood South Center across from Battlefield Mall.
We are a nation of overachievers. We didn't just invent the TV. We jumbo-sized it and hung it in a football stadium. Now you can watch football while you